Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, I saw this image. You know the one, this lone woman, the gun, that absolute classic film noir feel. And I thought we have to dive into this. So today, let's really pull apart the sources and figure out what her story is, what she signifies in this scene.
Oh yeah, you look at it and instantly you get that film noir aesthetic.
Right.
The black and white, the really dramatic lighting, that dark alley.
Totally.
It just screams mystery. Tower, too.
Mm.
Maybe danger.
Yeah.
Sets you up perfectly for the femme fatale.
Okay, yeah, let's break down how she looks. The sources really focus on her clothes, that dark, probably rayon dress, right? Form-fitting. They call it a strategic tool for manipulation, not just clothes. Designed to be overtly sexual and glamorous. Even the high heels are called indispensable. So what's the deeper thing happening there?
Well, it's fascinating because her look isn't just about being attractive. It's like a psychological tool. Think about the accessories, the hat, the veil, gloves. You can almost see the bold red lipstick, right?
Yeah.
Classic noir stuff. They create this whole aura. Enigmatic. Maybe a little sinister. It's absolutely a calculated performance. It's about grabbing attention, sure, but also about projecting influence, sophistication, power. Sometimes before she even says anything.
So the clothes are strategic. But her stance too, right? The sources talk about her body language, that confident power pose, shoulders back, standing straight. It's not just looking confident. They say it's a nonverbal assertion of her authority. How does that project control differently than the clothes?
Exactly. The clothes might signal allure, maybe manipulation.
Yeah.
But the posture,
Yeah.
that's pure control, undiluted. It's not just, I feel confident. It's projecting dominance. It tells you, the viewer, she owns this space,
Yeah.
owns the situation. It's like a silent declaration. I'm in charge.
Mm-hmm.
And, the setting is just as crucial for this whole performance. In film noir, the city, the urban landscape, it's not just background. It functions as a character. Often reflects the inner chaos of the people in it. It's usually shown as dark, corrupt, kind of a maze. It becomes this visual metaphor for, like, moral decay or feeling isolated. It's the perfect stage for her.
And this scene puts her right in an isolated alleyway. Quintessential noir. You've got the long shadows, the dim lights. It really ramps up the suspense, the intrigue. The sources suggest she's there for a reason, probably shady business. But what's interesting is how her confidence almost flips it. This dangerous place becomes like her stage, a display of her agency.
Yeah, and that leads right into the archetypes, doesn't it? She's the quintessential femme fatale, that deadly woman, uses her charm, lures people into dangerous, sometimes lethal situations. And historically, this figure really subverted the prevalent belief in patriarchy back in post-war America, reflected anxieties about gender role shifting.
Digging into that, the sources also link her to the seducer archetype, core desire, to captivate and master others. So using charm, attractiveness, not just for kicks, but to satisfy a deep-seated need for power. It's less about sex appeal itself and more about control.
Exactly, psychological control.
Yeah.
But what's really interesting now, looking back, is how some people reinterpret her, not just as a villain, but maybe as a misunderstood rebel.
Oh.
Like maybe her actions are just a logical response to a corrupt world that dismisses her, calls her crazy because she doesn't fit the mold.
Yeah.
It adds this layer of ambiguity, makes you question if she's purely bad or just surviving.
That complicates things. And then there's the gun. Huge symbol. The sources call it an extension of her inherent lethality, her capacity for control. And putting it there feels very Chekhov's gun, doesn't it, if you see it early on?
It signals trouble. Violence is coming. It absolutely raises the stakes.
Yeah.
And sometimes, if the image uses what they call gun vision, where it looks like the gun is pointing at you, shooting the beholder, that directly involves you. It makes her threat feel personal, immediate, pulls you right into her world.
Okay, so pulling it all together. This woman, she's meticulously crafted every single detail, clothes, pose, the gun, it's all performance. Projecting power, control, mystery, so deeply rooted in film noir, yeah, but also feels timeless. This complex, maybe dark female power.
She really is a rich tapestry. You've got the visuals, the symbols, the archetypes all woven together. She's an object of desire, yes, but also an agent of destruction. A product of her time, definitely, but also a real challenge to norms. Forces you to think about power dynamics.
So for you listening, here's something to chew on. How might her calculated image, her agency in this really tough, morally gray world, how might that reflect how people, maybe even you, navigate power and what society expects, even today? Something to think about.